Okay, I think we're ready. Oh, oh boy. Um, hey, it's Soren. I know it's late, but I did promise that I'd play Monster Hunter, because I'm a big fan, and have been a big fan, um, since the PSP days, I think. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm still a bit rusty. It's been a while. I did play a bit last night, but I was having trouble, um, basically getting the hang of things again. It's mostly because I've been playing Genshin a lot more lately, which, as anyone can really say who's played both, uh, very different experiences. Actually, sorry, right now I'm just looking at a... Oh, no, this should be good. Okay. It's a bit loud for me right now. There we go. Alright. Let's make a... I've been messing around a lot more with OBS, because I'm confident in what I know, you know? But there are still some parts of it that I'm uncertain of. Um, so, and I don't have a dual monitor setup. Only so much space in this alleyway. So I've just been playing through the OBS capture, which I think should work out. There's not really that much delay. I don't use it for fighting games because I'm sure there has to be a delay. But for this, I think it should be okay. So yeah, I played Monster Hunter. I am live, right? Yeah, okay. I played Monster Hunter ever since the PSP days. I think my first one was Freedom Unite, or was it just Freedom? I don't remember a lot of the names, because those games kind of just meld together in my head for me. But I used to use a lot of... I used to be dual blades, because when I was a younger kid, all I cared about were speed, and this franchise about committed actions was boring to me if I wasn't always hitting something, which it's something I grew to love later on when I started to have more of an appreciation for, like, what's the word? More deliberate animation, I guess? Hold on. Oops. And I think I fell off of it pretty hard. Yeah, I fell off of Monster Hunter pretty quickly when I first tried it out. Because, all the things that it was kind of propped up to be, this massive, this mostly co-op experience I never really got to experience when I was younger. I should probably get in a hunt. So, there'd be a lot of... it was also in the era when Monster Hunter was still kind of seen mostly as like a very niche, like, only popular in Japan franchise, kind of like on the... I'd like to harken it to are liking it to like the Muso games, I guess.
Good luck out there.
As something that was kind of like of the same level in terms of popularity. And I can't really speak for the Muso games, like the Dynasty Warriors, so on. But I don't know, that comparison always felt weird because I always felt like Monster Hunter had a lot more going on in terms of its like depth, right? My items. I don't know what I'm hunting right now. Well, I do, but I don't know what I'm hunting for. 'Cause I don't really have a plan. I just kind of wanted to, you know, dive back in. I'm always really bad at picking what I want in terms of food in this game. Yeah. Yeah, I skipped it, I'm sorry. I think I did everything I needed to do. It's a late night stream. I don't really care about embarrassing myself. Alright. So, I really enjoy, like, I don't know. I say I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, but honestly, my favorite Monster Hunter was probably 4U. Because it was still very similar to what I had played on the PSP, of course. But because it was one of the updated re-releases of the game that we just never got the original of, it felt so full of content. And kind of every game after that just never did it for me, really. Like I like Generations is basically the exact same thing as 4U. But I don't know, like, because there was, like, it didn't have much of a storyline, and it was mostly a fan service kind of type of situation. It always felt more empty to me. I like the monsters they introduced in it, but it always felt, I don't know, it kind of always felt shallow, and a lot of the difficulty, like, the difficult parts of that game just kind of felt mean for the sake of being mean. What was it? It wasn't Apex monsters in that game, I think. It was the variants. I did like those. Those were really cool interpretations of monsters that, you know, we'd already fought a lot of at that point. But whatever, like, you can only really hit one part of them monsters were, I don't remember their name. Those always felt just, like, difficult for the sake of being difficult. Like, I never felt the need to actually fight them. What are you doing? No. Because, like, at that point, I had done everything. I did not feel like messing with the Paladins in that game. And I don't know, it just... It didn't really feel all too fun at that point in the game. And we'll get into that with into the whole content thing with Rise in a bit, but yeah, I don't know, Generations didn't really do it for me. I really enjoyed the hunting styles. That was probably the thing I wanted most from this franchise, was more individuality represented for every specific hunter beyond armor. But, yeah, that was kind of one part of the greater whole, and it was a great addition. But yeah, Generations just kind of felt like here's more content from MH for you, which is fine. And you know, it's gonna sound really weird. Sorry, is this too loud? This might be a bit too loud. And oh, I'm not even paying attention at this point. And you know, as much as I complain about there being a lack of content and that being my main problem with the initial Generations, as well as other things, I've just realized a very bad thing with the setup. Hold on. Am I too far? Oh, that might be bad. Hold on. Let's just bring up game capture itself, because I can't see myself like I would like to see myself. But I also can't see my items. You guys don't need to see my items. Alright. Yeah. We're just testing things out right now. I'm not really focused. But yeah. So, I really liked For You. Generations was kind of... like, it had a different director. It had this game's director, if I'm remembering correctly. So it was focused more on, like, changing up the formula of the game itself as opposed to, like, treading old ground. Or, I guess, adding to the basic formula, but while not really taking dangerous twists and turns. I can't get out. Oops. I'm not really... It's called the Almadron, right? I'm not super familiar with its moveset yet. Its behavior. And, what am I doing? So, you know, those are my problems with Generations. But I also didn't really super jive with, I'm just kind of dancing around this thing. I didn't also really jive with, World all too much. And that's something that took me a long time to really think about, like, why. Because before, you know, I was kind of in that weird gate creepy mindset of, it's too easy, now everyone's into it. And that's clearly not a reason why you should not like something. I mean, it can be, but it's like, you shouldn't really propose that to be the end-all be-all reason for something being lesser. But yeah, because as much as people really praise World for bringing people into the franchise, and it did great at making Monster Hunter an actual brand, like name people recognize. But I think there was just something weird about the direction it took in terms of, um, like the core values of Monster Hunter. And when I say that, what I mean is whenever I think of Monster Hunter, I think of hunting. Like, you are not necessarily fighting. It's not necessarily a boss rush, right? Like a boss game. You are going out into the field to fight these creatures, but you're also interacting with the world itself. Like, you are gathering materials. Not everything is going to be a big, amazing hunt, because sometimes you're just, preparing for the bigger hunt down the line. Like, people hated missions where you would just gather things or get eggs. I don't know, like, part of me enjoyed those parts because it felt like part of the process. And like, while World did a lot of good, like making a lot of parts of the game a bit more accessible, which is by all means probably the best they could have done for the franchise. Other parts of me were just like, you are indeed making this more accessible, but you've, like, there would be things already set in place by World that were good additions that did function the same way. Like, okay, so one of the big problems I have with World, and I think a lot of other people also have with World, and by extension this game, but it's one that's easily ignored if you don't go for it, is the ability to go back to camp and basically stock up on items. And I do think that ruins a lot of the idea of hunting, since you no longer have to prepare in advance if you mess up. Like, but the reason I think that it's a bad addition is because I thought it was already mitigated, that problem was already mitigated with a good solution. That solution being the addition of, like, creatures and items in the wild that you could use basically as the as items that you would find you would have to purchase out of, like, in the shop itself. Like, you wouldn't need to go back and restock on potions because, hey, you can just, now you can pick up herbs, like, during the hunt itself and stock up that way, which I thought was really cool because it was super resourceful. Like, oh no, I'm down, maybe I won't just beeline toward the monster, maybe I'll take another route and actually, like, take in the sights, or, gather a bit. And that way, when I fight the monster again, I'll be stocked up and ready to go. Like, I don't know, like, it took me a long time to realize what my actual problems with the world were, and it's like, not just kind of spouting the same thing everyone else was of game too easy. Game too easy. My niche franchise is now a juggernaut in the gaming industry. Because, there was a bit of that going on. But, like, all it basically comes down to for me is it kind of felt like they made the game, they embraced the game aspect as opposed to the hunting aspect, which kind of continues on, I guess. Like, I like the idea of hunting creatures and preparing and, you know, having to remember to do so and so, because that's not, you know, that's not an accessibility thing, that's just remember to do this before you go into fighting, which you know, I think is a decent thing to require of the player. But, you know, in terms of making things easier and making things faster to the actual hunting part, I completely no problem with that. That's fine. Like, I understand that people who I recommend play Monster Hunter would not be excited at the prospect of spending the first few hours gathering eggs, which has been a problem they have been trying to solve, you know, even before World, definitely.
He's fixing.
I say as I'm just like beelining toward the monster in the first place. Let's, you know, let's take a look around. Like, I guess a lot of it has to do with I don't really enjoy spectacle all too much, which is what they were kind of like. Monster Hunter has always been the franchise of look at how big these monsters are and look at how like you can fight them. But I think my problems kind of kicked in when they added a lot more things that were visually cool and visually interesting, but did not really include the player in any particular way. Oops, why'd I do that? So turf wars are really fun to look at, but for me, I was always upset because in the end it amounted to watching, you know, a cutscene play out as I could not interact and, you know, kind of wait for the monster to do what I've been trying to do the entire time, and that's perfectly cool. Like, but I don't know, it's I come to Monster Hunter to hunt and feel like I'm the strongest predator here. It's cool to be reminded every now and then that I'm not, but I get that when I'm knocked out, when I've carded. Like, and it's not like there's a real ecosystem going on here, because turf wars occur when, like, it's not like another monster is hunting the monster I'm currently going after. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Like, if you had to hunt the monster before the other monster, like, took it out, I would actually enjoy that a lot more, but I don't know. I've been going back and forth on how I felt about that game for a long time, and it's just kind of amounted to I never like. Oops, sorry. I guess it's just kind of amounted to I don't know. I don't know. And it's not like I think Worlds or Rise solves all of those problems I had with World. I think it's just I go to I go to Rise now because movement feels really good now. Like, it's it's definitely also going for a very gamey approach to everything, but this time in a way that I like feel like I can kind of ignore my problems with it, I suppose. Like, it obviously has the same problems that World does of not a lot of content up front, which World eventually fixed with patches and expansions, which I don't know if Rise is even gonna do. I'm not focusing at all. I put another snail down. Ooh. But yeah, I don't know, like, Like Ice... Was it Iceborne? Iceborne had, like, the monster riding, which kind of took you immediately to a creature, or any spot on the map you wanted to go, as long as you directed it. But it was always, at least to my knowledge, it was watching, like, it was just kind of watching and waiting for this thing to take you over to the place you wanted to. Whereas, you know, in Rise, you got the Palamute. Palamute. Which you direct and, you know, actively is a thing in combat, and, like, if I want to get, like, have it my beck and call, I can just whistle and now, hey, I can do whatever I want. I keep holding R2 like I'm CRO. Don't mind if I do. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Rise has problems, but I feel like I enjoy the movement too much to, like, really complain. We already mounted it once, right? So it's probably not going to do it again. Not going to let us. So let's just... I want to see more of these. I do like these. I did just say that I didn't like cutscenes in my Monster Hunter. And this is essentially what it was. Did I miss? But I think riding monsters is such a cool idea that was, you know, kind of introduced with mounting before and for you, but in 4U and Generations, it kind of just amounted to you playing a game, like a mini game, which it still is. But it's no longer like the be-all end-all to hunts like it used to be. What? This stream is partially also like a way to make sure that I can actually stream Monster Hunter and talk at the same time. Which... Oh, wrong. Don't even talk to me about rushing. Oops. Yeah, I guess a lot of my problems with, I guess, just Monster Hunter in general stem from treating it like a game, which it is, obviously, but you know what I mean, versus treating it like a hunt. Like, I've never been into people talking about frame data and, you know, invuln frames and so on. Like, as soon as things become more like a Final Fantasy raid or something, that's when I kind of check out. So when people talk about frame data on Monster Hunter, I'm just like, no, what are you talking about? You're swinging a sword. It's gonna take a long time. Swinging a giant sword. If you're not swinging a giant sword, you're swinging a small sword. One's slow, one's fast. Like, what's the point? And I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of where I stand on Monster Hunter stuff. I like seeing the monsters. I like treating the game like you are hunting as opposed to a bunch of game mechanics like stacked over each other. Oops. Speaking of stacking, I don't know. I didn't know where to go with that. Um, about things I do like about Monster Hunter. Um, I also don't use the weapon wheel real fast. And, like, not because of anything, not because of anything really bad with it. I am just bad at using it. I don't know why I jumped off my Palamute for that, considering they run up, like, pathways like that for free. Um, yeah. I guess part of me is still kind of an old school fan in terms of presentation. I turned off numbers, like damage numbers, just not really because I don't like them. They're really useful. I just I think for me it's just a matter of clutter, which is also why I don't like using the weapon wheel or the item wheel. And after years of playing the older games, I've just gotten. Is that a... It is nice. After years of playing the older games, I've just gotten used to like. If I was a better player, probably would make use of the weapon wheel, or at the very least organize my item wheel, or at the very least organize my inventory so that it's better, like, organized for quick selection. I do like this, whatever this menu is, the quick menu. I only really use it for calling the dog, but... Oh. Yeah. Wait, am I running dull already? It's bouncing off the thing. But yeah, I don't necessarily think that, like, uh, wall running and all of those, and, like, all these crazy maneuvers add anything to the hunt other than make us, like, kind of too powerful. But it feels fun. Like, it's just fun in general. So countering does work there, but it's not get rid of the attack afterwards. I should probably invest. I don't know. Sometimes I like investing in earplugs. Other times I don't. I get weirdly it's a weird sense of honor when I play Monster Hunter. Like, I am fighting a giant monster that I really shouldn't feel bad for, considering they have the capacity to just one-shot me if I'm not playing careful. But I don't know. There's a weird sense of honor there. Of I'm not gonna negate one of your one of your attacks entirely. I should meet you in the middle, my friend, because I am also somewhat stacked with attacks, you could say. And in this game, more so than any others, I have options. Okay. So the tail is swing after that. I don't have... Oh, I am not paying attention. I'm walking in the muck. So usually whenever I fight Almudron, I don't really get too far away from it. Like, I'm usually Sword and Shield, obviously always going to be directly on top of the monster if I can be. So I never usually let it do its mud things to any degree of success. I don't know why I'm choking right now. And I'm using up my Mega Potions. I was locked on. It's a problem I keep having of whether or not... Oh, that's not an attack. Whether or not I'm locked on to the monster. I remember back in high school, I was kind of obsessed with Monster Hunter to the point of being like, I need to learn techniques. And when I noticed I said techniques and not um, like gameplay tips, because I was just fascinated with the culture around Monster Hunter to the point where I was like looking up how Japanese players held their PSPs, which is, you know, the infamous claw grip that you had to have to move your character and change your camera angle in the PSP because of was it the circle pad? That's a roar? That's a roar? Not in range for that. I probably should have just kept attacking. I know, like... Yeah, so I utilized the claw grip back in the day, and I mean, Kid Icarus is also one of my favorite games, so that probably goes to show that I cared nothing for my body. I don't know, it's like... I never let it do that attack, usually. And I should pay more attention. Oof. I swear I'm good at these games. Before I used to use the dual blades, because I liked them fast. And then I was just like, I'm playing the game with big weapons, I should use a big weapon, so then I used the hammer for a bit. But I'm sure there was a technique to the hammer. I'm sure it is a very different weapon now, but back then I always felt like I was just hammering the same thing over and over again. Which, you know, made me want to switch to this switch axe. Which is also hitting the same button over and over again. At least it wasn't for you. Almadron. Still learning these monsters' names. It's gonna take a bit. I have not used my stream tag for all of these streams. I just noticed that. Oh well. Ooh. What is this? Yeah, I guess I guess we want to be completely real. A lot of my gripes with like more modern Monster Hunter is after years of defending gameplay practices as intentional for like the last prior 10 decade, like decade, I guess. So it's kind of up in the air of whether or not any of that was justified. So who knows? Rank 10. Was I 8 before? Was sale. Alright. Um
How can I help you? Come back anytime.
I don't know, like in terms of what I like about Monster Hunter, I think it's an amazing game to introduce to new people. Because, you know, you lure them into the idea of here's a hack and slash where you fight giant monsters, and then they start realizing how deep it goes in terms of weapons and armor as well as fashion. Like, don't like I think that's the other thing. I don't don't care about sets, like don't care about what is meta or what is good. Like obviously take into account if I'm fighting this monster, I should probably wear this armor. And like if you are getting hit a lot, you definitely need stronger armor. Look at me now. Like think about what to wear in terms of what you yourself need, I guess. Don't always go after what is the beefiest or what is popular in terms of, you know, gear sets. Go after the gameplay, the play style you want. Because if you are a player like a hunter who for the life of you can't dodge, invest in better armor. Like invest in the beefiest armor you can as opposed to what you like. Or like or like what people tell you to do. Because you want to play in a style that doesn't require you to dodge as much or make up for that weakness, you know? If you go attack, 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 you're just gonna keep carding, and that's not gonna help anyone. Like, use whatever you like playing, but try to accommodate for your own weaknesses or your strengths. I'm playing solo right now, so I tend to use like a crit build. I know elements are probably better, but I like seeing the crits. I like seeing the flashing white blood bounce off of the monster as I hit it with my blade. This probably isn't the best set to be using, but I like how it looks. I got an outfit voucher. I should keep getting those. What rank do I have to be to fight the Valstrax? I'm actually excited to fight that thing. Let's keep going.
Hello. Which quest would you like?
I can probably take this on.
May the spirits protect you.
Diablos. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. I much prefer flash bombs to sonic bombs, just because I usually don't know how... yeah, let's get that. I usually don't know the proper, like, distance required or timing for a sonic bomb. Because usually when something's underground, I'm really bad at reacting to that. Like, I either take the time to actually just sharpen my weapon, or just don't notice it at all until it's too late. What else? Oh, one sec. There we go. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I think the addition of endemic life and the 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 birds actually does a lot in terms of making the player want to explore more of the world, like more of the map, as opposed to just darting toward the creature, the monster. Like, I have it set to the buffers right now because I like to get that boost early on, and I went to a lot of trouble to get these petal aces, so I want to use them to the best I can. But I guess I like a lot of random elements to my games. Like, I feel like what hunting should be is utilizing what you have and preparing, you know? And I know that a lot of prior games, the world were very focused on more arena-centered um, combat. Like, since the areas were kind of zoned off, you'd basically be fighting something for a lengthy period of time. But I don't know. I guess another problem, the problem, I'm sorry, is I feel like these worlds are big enough and the map is present enough that you can explore and like find what you need pretty easily. So I always found it kind of upsetting that they had to add the scout flies to justify like having such a big world, when it's like, oh, you've designed this world well enough that we can probably find whatever we need with a map or otherwise. Like, I'm not. I feel like I mentioned it with the numbers, but I have a hard time kind of reading a screen if there's too much going on. So I guess it was kind of a turn off in my eyes, at least. Like, I know it probably helps newer players, but I think I would have appreciated if there was an option to turn them off, which I remember looking for, but I couldn't find. Okay. Let's see these first. Like, I do remember just a lot of days where I would just start up my PSP to cook meat all day for some reason. That was a hip check. That was a hip check. Yeah, I didn't really like fighting against Diablos in prior games. Um, Mostly because I never had very sharp weapons. I think I did like fighting it when I like mained the hammer because. Ooh, ooh, what was that? Okay, now would be a good time for a Sonic Bomb. Get a... Oh. Scroll animation. There we go. It's rage right now. Oh boy. As for why I played the As for why I use the sword and shield, I did mention that when I'm playing single player, I go for like a crit build, but when I play multiplayer, I usually like playing support, like life powders and oh, what was the skill called? The one that lets you heal an entire team if you are like drinking a potion. I don't remember. I forget. I use it all the time. Usually I like going for that one. It's best defense. Yeah, I usually like using supportive skills because I like being in control of. Therefore, yeah, like these are cool, but I feel like they also last way. I feel like they also last pretty quickly. Wait, can I ride you? Oh, you're not done. I do really like monster wyvern riding in this game. Mostly because it has a lot of applications if you're not just farming, like I am currently. Like, hey, if there's a monster in the way, which was a real big problem even with dung bombs in prior games. But like, you know, if that happens, you can just ride them and move them out of the way so that your other hunter friends can actually do something. Or if, you know, if people are struggling with a monster, you can just like ride into battle with another monster at your beck and call and dish out some damage and maybe get a knockdown. I wanted to use my mouse button. Well, yeah. It's a bad place to be in. It's gonna take some time to get back used to it. This game is all about counters. um, and I actually really enjoy that because it feels really fun. But it's gonna take some time to get used to again because Diablos was always... I don't know why I went into this mission so cocky. Diablos has always been hard for me. It was easy in one game, and that was the game I made the hammer. Not because of the hammer being, like, OP or anything, but just because I farmed a lot of Diablos with a hammer. If you're using a hammer, I wanted, like, the cool stuff that seemed appropriate. And I've used up all of my potions. Yeah. I think a lot of my problems with Rise just kind of come down to... Like, visually, I think it looks alright. I think it's a good in-between between, yeah, like, normal Monster Hunter and World. I don't like my Monster Hunter looking too realistic or, like, too dark, too, desaturated. Because I mentioned the thing with my inability to, like, parse a lot of... Oh. I get confused when there's too much going on the screen, so if the colors aren't, like, very carefully chosen, I kind of glaze over them. So, I think World looks pretty good. Like, I don't want to even say for a Switch game, it just looks pretty good in general. Like, I thought the initial reveal trailer was kind of rough looking. Oh no, they're both there. Do I have dung? No? Okay. Oh no, he's gone. Okay. Like, if anything, I would probably want a better frame rate. I don't know if the 3DS games had, like, if the frame rate in those games ever dipped, but it certainly does for World and Rise. No, let's try to counter. Okay. Good enough. There we go. But yeah, like, I think before I even knew what frame rate was as a concept when I was, like, a kid, whenever a game on a console would, like, stutter on me, I would always get kind of upset. Because I was just like, if I had the newest model of GameCube, Crystal Chronicles would work for me. I just know it, and that's not how that works. Might not seem like it, but Monster Hunter is actually a really relaxing series where you just play. It's like, I don't know why this is more relaxing than Pokemon Unite. Let's save check. I should have seen that coming. I'm relying too much on my wire bugs this game. Oh. Like, as much as I love them, I am getting too familiar. Ugh. And I am forgetting that I should probably do this on my dog. Oh, this is still the first one. That's another thing I need to get better at, like, aiming properly. Because I do like that move, but I've... Yeah. Oh, you're broken already. Should be aiming for your tail, perhaps. Yeah, I really do like the jumping move for Sword and Shield, but I've been bad at aiming it for a long time. I was not on the appropriate thing for that. Maybe I should just turn that on by default. I don't know. As you can see, I do like a minimalistic HUD. Well, more so minimalistic than the one given. I don't know when that started for me. Alright. Yeah, I've already dazed once. I don't know if I can do it again. I had 3 wire bugs then. I could have, if I wanted to, actually. Probably. Alright. Oh wait, I have an optional sub-quest to hunt monsters. Oh wait, that worked out. That did it. Hunt means both. Forgot about that. And now the other one's coming over. I swear I'm good at this game. I swear. I swear I don't need the radial menu. This one's a baby. Oh. We don't need to rush. Let's change perma buffers to endemic life. There we go. SDC friend. Whoops. Yeah, look how cool that is. I'm like, it pains me because I know they're not gonna bring this back in the next game, but if they ever go back doing hunting styles, I would really like it if you had a choice between, like, I want to play like a Kimura hunter, or I want to play like I'm from the Fifth Fleet, or whatever, or, you know, classic, which I guess would just be like the bare minimum. I don't know. I really like customization. Like, as much as like I complain about world and a lot of aspects of it, um, I am someone who likes having individuality represented in the game beyond like just player, like, you know, what? Where is it? Oh, it's right there. This is the money one, right? No, it's rewards. Yeah, let's get a snail here. I don't know, because it's just cool to have. like, having everyone... This is a really small one. Okay, that was very clearly telegraphed. I could have countered that. Not what I wanted to see. Alright. I'm going over there. Oh, it was a sliding move. Okay. Alright. Back in it. Yeah, I like using that move mostly, like, obviously to hit areas I can't. But it's also just good for, like, I want to get over there quickly, and I could probably use, like, just sheath my weapon, but for those times that I can't, you know? Or I put in the wrong input and forget I didn't. Get it down. That was me being indecisive. Oh. Yeah. Although I do like that move, I feel like I kind of rely on it too much. Ah. Because some monsters I feel the need to contribute to, like, hitting. But in the heat of the moment, that's kind of all I can do. Or all I feel I can do. That's another thing about me and Monster Hunter. I feel like if you are ever in, like, you should never really be saying there was nothing I could do there if you are about to, like, get carded or, you know, take a heavy blow. Because, you know, it's a hunting game. Of course you can. There are always situations where you can, like, if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you could do nothing, well, you got yourself in there somehow. Oh. The Tigrex around here, right? More? Oh, I'm so sorry. I think when I first saw how this minigame worked, how the system, I was really excited. Well, like, because of the thing itself, but also because I realized that monsters have a moveset, which obviously they did. They always have. But it just occurred to me then that, like, they had one that could be applied to, like, a control scheme. And this was when I was starting to get into fighting games. So the idea of, like, a Monster Hunter fighting game came into mind, and I was really excited. Oh, it's broken. Oh, good. Because the Monster Hunter devs have been very clear about the fact that although you play, like, if there was to be a fighting game, and, there was one with the Monster Hunter, with a hunter involved, but if there was to be, like, if they were to implement one in Smash, um, they have always said, or, they have stated, like, the hunter is not the main character, the monsters are, which I agree with. And, but, because of that, that kind of limits any crossover potential. Ooh, any crossover potential that the series can have in terms of representatives. Oh my god. Just going in. I never locked onto this one. I didn't know you could do that from, like, reverse. The more I got into fighting games, the more I realized, I think it's a video on the topic that made me realize that Monster Hunter is essentially a fighting game, and more so than ever. And I know I said I like it when Monster Hunter is taken seriously as, like, a hunting simulation and not, like, video game, but that's not entirely true, obviously. Like, obviously it's a video game first. It is perhaps Capcom's, but still one of Capcom's most arcadey games at the moment. But I don't know. It's like a one-on-one fight, right? Oh, that's a check. Okay. Two of them. That's why that slide always... It's a hit check. And even now, I still don't actually know if I'm good at these games. Bye, Brew Hair. What's that? There we go. Nope. It's facing that way. Finish this one off.
Here we go.
Get carved again.
See.
Dongo working itself. Alright. Let's carve. Maybe see if another wire bug shows up. I've never really stuck around these to see if they spawn another one. Yep, there it is. Right inside. Alright. Yeah. I guess my philosophy with Monster Hunter is a lot of, like, don't think, like, feel. I don't know. Sometimes I feel really silly for how much like think about this franchise and where it goes and like its philosophy and what I care about the most. But you know, at the end of the day, that's just kind of how I feel about it. Like I don't know why. Like it's not the only franchise I grew up with. I don't even know if it's my favorite franchise I've grown up with. That would have killed me. Take care of the tail before. I like the sword and shield because it's very versatile. Like, it wasn't my starter weapon, even though like that's kind of what it's usually there to be. But it's a really good starter weapon. Like if you don't know where like what to choose, because it kind of gives you a lot of options. Like, do I want a faster weapon? Do I want a slower weapon with a bit more like nuance? Do I want do I maybe not nuance, but like intent, I suppose. Like Sword and Shield has basically elements of every other weapon type, other than maybe like ranged, of course. Like it has its fast, get in there, get out there moves. It has deliberate charge attacks. Oh, yeah, they're charge attacks. Ooh. Is that close enough? Let's put it. That was a really small one.
Here we go.
Huh. You know, I want to play this game to tire me out. I kind of forgot how long hunts take sometimes. I think the thing with Monster Hunter 2 is it is a very good game to play when you were younger, when you don't have a lot of time, or when you have a lot more time at your disposal. It's a good time sink. Like, growing up, it gets harder and harder to make some free time in your schedule. It's harder to incorporate, like, do I want to hunt for 2 hours and get maybe at most a gem? It's a lot harder to justify later on. Oh, speaking of. Thank you. Thank you, Crow. Maybe I should find more of those more often. I'm gonna get to rank 20 in no time. I guess this is my second hunt this night. Let's check the meldings. No, really, when does the Valstrack show up? Let me look about. Let me look. Is Valstrax really 100 rank 100? Oh. I I can see why people were upset about this game and how the end game worked. Okay, I'll give them that. I'll give them that. Well, guess I'm not gonna be fighting that thing tonight. I really thought I was gonna reach, like, I thought it was just unlocked at like rank 12 or something. Didn't know I had to wait. Let's see, can I make anything new? Narwa. I want to make more Damascus stuff. Let's see, do I like that? It's okay. I don't like it. Not if it clips, though.
No need to hurry. There's plenty of time.
I'm fine with clipping, but not if it's, like, clipping the back. Because that's the part I'm always gonna see. Do I like that? It's kind of plain, but it's out of the way. Like, gonna use an outfit voucher on this? Why not?
No problem.
I want new pants. I want new creeds. But what do I want to wear with them? Maybe the Damascus stuff? Oh, well, I can't do that now. It's a bit plain for me. That fits a bit more with, like, the ninja aesthetic. Okay. I don't know. Right now I'm going for kind of a knightly look. It's a bit silly. Aw, man. The Acnosum armor actually looks really good. I can't deny that. Not really considering how they die either. Yeah, let's go with the baggy.
Right. Let's get fresh. The village is in your hands.
Let's see if we can diet something. I do kind of like that, though. Oh wait, that's just the waist. Okay. And it's not the part I wanted to dye. We can change that to, like, gold. And then mesh more with our current setup. Yeah. What's this? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait, is this a save palette? No. There, now it's saved. Now, use that. And use save palette. Okay. Alright. Maybe we do need a better waste piece. Yeah, apply the changes. Let's look.
Good to see you, Hunt.
Do we still have some outfit vouchers? Kind of. Okay, not for those. Wait, how much are those? 2? Okay, we can do one more hunt. The ingot's really nice, but it kind of clashes with our cape. I do like the ingot set too. Oh. Oh. Maybe I'll make that afterwards. So I've always liked how it looked. I don't know, I can't really afford to wear anything like flowy right now. Unless I clip. I like the bone stuff. The alloy stuff's alright. Let's see, can we color this? Okay, yeah, change armor pigment. Save palette. Maybe lean it a bit more orange. Maybe bring down the contrast. Turn down the saturation. Bring up the contrast. Turn up the saturation. Thrilling content, I know, but it's Fashion Hunter. And I really do like messing around with customization in these games. For a character that I barely get to see. It's too... It's like not yellow enough or orange enough. Turn down the contrast. Turn down the saturation, turn up the contrast. That'll work. What's that pigment? Oh, it's the sash. Let me make that red. That brings everything together. Maybe a bit too much. Let's make that.
No problem. Take good care of your gear.
It's not the best looking, like, set I've made, but it'll do for now. Maybe it'll grow on us. Alright. I think I'll do one more hunt. This wasn't going to be a long stream by any means. I just wanted to see if I could keep talking, like, as has been the reason behind all of these streams so far. See if I can concentrate while playing, and, well,
I've been waiting
I
for
like
you.
to think I'm getting there. Drop materials, sure. Spirit bugs, I'm gonna get those anyway.
Until next time. These are the available quests.
I'm gonna clear out all of these at some point. Do that every Monster Hunter game. Feels weird not having done that. Capture a Rajang? Yeah, sure.
I wish you luck.
I think the thing about this game is... the thing about this game is... Because I have, like... Because they give you so much movement, I feel more okay. I should really just save this. Roger, set. I really just feel because, you know, we have so much movement available, we have so many options. I feel a lot braver about what I feel like I can take on. Like, maybe not if they added, like, a Kieran back to this game. I don't think I would enjoy that very much. But I didn't check on my talismans. Oh, whatever. Yeah. I feel a lot braver taking on any monsters in this game. Because, you know, I feel more confident. Like, not only have I been playing these games for a long time, but also in general, like, give you so many tools to work with. Like, sort of to the point where I don't even know if this game, like, makes us too powerful or not, because I just feel like it's a mix of I've been playing these games forever, and also the stuff they let us do is insane. Like, look at this. I fought the final, or was it not the Narwa? No, it was the Narwa. I fought the Narwa last night for the first time, and in terms of quote-unquote final bosses of Monster Hunter, because obviously they have to combine still, that's kind of this, it's in the title. It does a really good job at making you feel powerful using wire bugs. Like, just the amount of control I had the entire fight, like, as it was kind of making sure I knew how to use them correctly. It was really fun. Like, Shigaru Magala always, you know, it was a really cool fight. But, well, I guess that, okay, that was just a good fight in general. But, I can't remember the name. World Snake. I guess, like, that always felt more like a nuisance to get around than anything else. Like, that felt like a DPS check.
It's fleeing. Let's see.
And let's get out of here. Whereas, the Narwa, like, as it was shooting rank, like, I'm still kind of iffy on if I like that fight, like, fighting the monster itself, but it kind of does what I wanted more monsters in this game to do, in, like, making you actually need to make use of your wire bugs. Like, because otherwise, I kind of feel like a monster, like myself, dancing around these creatures so easily, you know? Is that a sleep toad? No, that's slashberries. I only see icons in this game. It's not very. Oh, you're going way farther. Lock on. Yeah, like, even if I miss with that move, I'm still safe. Away. It's knockback. Oh. Always good to have more wild wire bugs. Oh. Oh, jeez. Okay, that was kind of scary. Oh, no. Ibuki, Ibuki, Ibuki. Alright. Okay. Okay. Now you are my friend. Wait, there's another thing? What is that? Get out of here. Wait. Okay. Let's... Maybe this won't be so bad. Maybe I can use it to my advantage here. That's not using it to my advantage. Let's just punish it. Okay. Oh, it's so nice to not be on the receiving end of that. Fighting. Well, let's get this optional thing out of the way. There's so many reasons why this should be ending horribly for us. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'm still really bad at the spacing on that move.
Get back here!
Like, sometimes I think I have it, other times I just whiff completely. Which, you know, still works out in my favor.
Too blunt.
But I should probably learn my spacing if I want to actually help out. Yeah. No. The attack can go. Oh. Yeah, like that move used to scare me a lot, but now it's like I can kind of see. It's a roundabout move. Got it. Okay. Staggers. Is this gonna kill me? Might. Oh. Oh god. No. No, no, no. Okay. Yeah, he was trying to grab me for the longest time. I should...
Damn you!
Yeah, I could have avoided that. My bad. Okay. Let's get back. Anything we can pick up on the way? We could get a wire bug, but maybe we should get one closer. Jump off. Keep going. Gotta remember that I can't climb wall run after like a little flip. Let's go. I literally just said I can't wall run. Okay. Kites debuted, so I can probably talk about them. But I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon because they have other games they want to play, and you know, I don't want to, you know, drag them into something. But they have mentioned that they keep thinking about getting Monster Hunter, and they've played before. We've played together. I need more of these. Do I already have? Okay, there we go. They played previous Monster Hunters before, but I do really want to play with them, if only just to see what weapon they use. Because Kite actually uses a different weapon each game. I don't know why. I'm a sword and shield one trick, but I'm always fascinated by what other people use as their weapon of choice in this game, and if they stick with it or if they just move on to the game. Like how, and a lot more in this game because I feel like mechanics have changed so drastically. Yeah, it's another weird pride thing for me, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about using barrel, like, I was a sleep bomber in previous games. I don't know why I did that. Weapons not out. Weapons not out.
Thanks, buddy.
I like. That's why the hunting styles were so cool to me, because I fell into that again. Because I really do enjoy, like, sleeping, games that let a player really kind of stand out from other players, you know? I'm gonna kill this thing. It's gonna... They gave me a shock trap. It's a good help. And I'm honestly not sure like this thing is close to dying or not. I know I can tell from the icon, but it's really small right now. Come on, come on. Come on.
After it! Destroying this trap! Good. Go!
Oh, I'm actually really scared.
Needs fixing.
Are you weakened? No. And that was not intentional. But at the very least I got it off. You are just trying to grab me. Oh, I'm just not fast enough on the draw on that one. Oh, no, stop. What? That's why having a wire bug is useful for that. Another trick, kids. Don't wire bug to the monster that you're trying to escape from. Oh no. Oh no no. Gotta keep aiming for the tail. Please stop being Goku. There we go.
This is the end! Be careful!
And get knocked out, please. Still alive.
Get back here! Move!
Yeah, okay. We still have enough shanks? 5. Cool. Just grab one of these for the road. Are you injured? I can't tell. Kind of beat up. Let's just put one. Let's try one.
Put down a trap from the track!
No. Okay.
Watch out!
Keep running. Keep circle striking. What are you doing?
Stop!
No, that's not what I want.
Go!
Okay.
Concentrate!
Okay. We still have this.
Let's do this!
I'm just really scared of killing this. Oh, I've never used the Basilgease's mounted Punisher move. Okay. Still okay. Still good. Still healthy.
I'll end it!
Easy, please.
Incoming!
Oh, that's different.
Watch out!
Oh. Okay. No, bad option. Bad options. Oh. So that option? Huh.
Be careful!
Notice I've completely stopped talking ever since I started losing. Well, just means I have a bit longer to go before I'm actually comfortable playing and talking at the same time. That's Rog. Oh right, that was here earlier. Not happening again. Refuse. Hey, Calico, you're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me whenever we're to kill this thing, right? Like, I said before that I think that, like, calling out a Monster Hunter game for being easy is kind of like, you know, people have been doing it forever. Like, since the introduction of Palico, which I don't really think, like, gets away from the initial premise of Monster Hunter, so it's kind of fine with me. Man, I didn't even know we could shoot that upwards. I need time. Okay. Okay, now's your chance. Don't mess this up. Damn now. And done. Whew. Alright. I think it was a bit messy.
Quest complete.
Definitely messy.
Yes.
But we got there. Yeah. At this point, I'm just purely in Beast Gen. Nice. Gold Rajang Pal 2 outfit voucher. Only one though. I guess I'll get to rank 100 in no time at this rate. I just keep playing. Maybe that's my next like, my next goal. Ooh. Hello. Yeah?
Don't let me down.
Hey. Alright, let's turn in these
What would you
quests.
like to do?
Spirit Bugs, higher rank, Wyvern Riding, and Honey.
Come back anytime.
Alright, I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna start wrapping up, but, I don't know who to thank, because I don't know if people are here. But, if you are, thank you for coming. I know I'm not super entertaining yet, but I hope to be at some point, and I hope I'm getting there. Wait, can I not send? No, you're trading. Wait, did I send people on the? Oh no. Hey, let's get people from the dojo. Still not done yet, huh? Okay. Okay. What I want to do is... Oh, we'll keep trading these guys. But what I want to do is... We'll keep... I don't really need anything from the Argos yet. I'll wait there. I'm gonna go check up on my talismans and we'll see if we got anything good. I'm still new to this whole talisman system. Or it's been a while. I know that something similar has kind of existed in all prior Monster Hunter games, or I feel like at least the ones from 4 onward that I can think of. But I don't know.
I've got some good deals for you.
I've never been lucky with it.
This should be interesting.
Can't take. That's one critical eye. It's not the best. I'll take it.
Come again.
What do I currently have on? Equipment. No, not set. Sell. Set. Kinda like that one though. So I do like Part Breaker. Let's see. Change equipment. Where is that? The Part Breaker is really good, but how many skills do I have on it? Equipment info, skill info. Status, skill info. I really need critical? Yes, I do. Okay, Part Breaker's at 3. Maybe I can gem that in? I only have one thing equipped on, one gem on this thing anyways, so... Did I put it? Set decorations. And put the recovery gem back in there. Easy. It's the one I needed, right? Sure it is. Anything else have gems on it? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, it's you.
Can I make any decorations? Capacity. Huh. Oh, Razor Sharp would be really good. Maybe I'll think about that. Is there any other armor I actually wanted to make? Any of this stuff really good? I do want... Is it these pants? Yeah, I do want these pants.
See you later.
Oh, that's 76 affinity though. Alright, let's try it out and then I'll call it. I'll just go to the training area. I've also been considering like... Ooh. I really like... I don't actually care about the numbers, I just like seeing the very bright sparks. But that's always that's a bummer. Like having my weapon lose to... Oh wait, you guys are hitting it too. Yeah, because like PSP days, it's always cool to see. Yeah, I know that a high crit rate probably isn't the best thing I could be working towards, but it's kind of my go-to per every game. Like, I know that I'm sure to some degree crits just kind of even out. Like, if I, as opposed to just maxing out like my base damage. But it all ties back to that random element that I enjoy. Oh. That's Monster Hunter. I'll keep playing this game. Probably every other Wednesday. Or whenever I get tired or bored. But yeah. I've been Soren, and next time we'll go back to 13 Sentinels. I wanted to have some art done for the thumbnail for this video, but I got distracted and didn't really have too much time, but we'll see next video, next stream. I'm still working on getting used to this entire thing, so sorry if I'm a bit lackluster. But I do want to start doing this more often, and I don't know if I want to get people to notice me as much as just learn how to stream better. It's like, I know that getting big on any platform is like 95% luck, 5% talent. But even if I don't have any of that luck yet, I still feel like I'm definitely lacking in talent. At least in terms of, like, setting up. I definitely know that I'm not confident enough to start talking to thousands of people at the same time. But... or even a dozen, really. I do want to get better at this. And I guess we'll see. But until then, I've been Soren. You've been watching one of my streams. And on Friday, I think we'll be playing 13 Sentinels again. Because that really deserves to be binged. I have not been binging it, so my brain gets messed up and scrambled every time I come back to it. I guess no spoilers here. I should probably think about that more often. When to spoil things, when not to. It'd be bad to spoil a game completely unrelated to the game I'm streaming, huh? Sorry if I did that prior. Alright.